It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see the Bills' superstar wide receiver. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Bills and the Niners. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played,
the holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by a four-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
and he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily...
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
So here come the Bills with excellent field position to get things started. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And his kick is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. He'll drop to throw. Incomplete. The Niners at 12-2 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Dillon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Gore. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Patrick Willis. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Gore. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9. Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incomplete.
Touchdown! George Kittle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air, and he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Well, that's caught downfield by Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, Gore, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The numbers for Gore on the ground last week: 17 carries, 66 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Moss. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. To the right side, this is Dillon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They'll run here with Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try it up the gut with Gore. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Frank Gore, a 5-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Boys.
21-3 is your score after 1. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton, and he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Kelly. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open. That's Terrell Owens. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This 2nd and 4. To throw, Kelly. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Kelly. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this 1st half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He's got his target. That's complete. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Joe Montana on 2nd down. That's to the sideline and incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Kelly. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over first and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. This one caught by Terrell Owens. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down throw. Kelly into the hands of his receiver Anderson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Kelly, little pitch and catch to the tight end Knox. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. To throw is Kelly. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Kelly. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Peyton up the middle. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Kelly. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Joe Montana here going to the air on 1st down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. It's T.O. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff for Gore. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Frank Gore with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Kelly to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Kelly, his throw incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Kelly to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The Bills send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, and he will find T.O. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw, and he'll get this one complete to T.O. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st down, it's Gore. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They work now on 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. On 1st and goal, Gore. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Frank Gore with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the 49ers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, Kelly. On the left side, he finds Beasley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now Kelly. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. On 1st down, it's Kelly. And his throw is incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, Kelly. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Here's Kelly. He'll drop this off to Peyton. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A play fake. Now Kelly. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now Kelly. That's going to be caught by Reed for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And a short pickup to about the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3rd down and 6. They'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now a 1st down throw. Kelly. He finds his man. Complete. That's Reed. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Kelly. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. Kelly. It completes it once more to Anderson. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Kelly.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Kelly to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. On the handoff, it's Gore. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. Again they run. Again it's Gore. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gore. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. And this carry number 20 for Frank Gore. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for San Francisco, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.